I've heard reports of people who are suffering from diabetes who get COVID have really a harder time recovering from the virus. So I'm really going to go over very briefly the connection between diabetes or sugar and our immune system. Now, diabetes is generally, in my opinion, defined by having too much sugar in our blood system. Now, we can get sugar primarily from our diet or carbohydrates primarily from our diet, but we can also make sugar internally through a process called gluconeogenesis. Now, gluconeogenesis primarily happens in the liver and the kidneys. Now, we use sugar as a primary energy source to make ATP, but we also use sugar to make glycoproteins. Now, glycoproteins are part protein and part carbohydrate. Now, two major glycoproteins for our immune system are our antibodies and cytokines. Antibodies, they bind to parts of viruses and parts of bacteria and help our body to remove them safely. And cytokines are low-weight glycoproteins that are really peptides. So they're pieces of protein and carbohydrate, and they help regulate the intensity and duration of our immune response by affecting other immune cells. So this is one critical way that we use sugar for our immune system, or small carbohydrates, is to make these antibodies and cytokines. So if you're suffering from diabetes, meaning that you have too much sugar in your circulatory system, it may actually mean that you're not able to use the sugar that you get from your diet. And that could be because you're not getting enough protein, vitamins, minerals, water, or oxygen. Now, I put a 9-part series on my YouTube channel about diabetes and how we use and what we need to use the carbohydrates that we get in our diet to make these glycoproteins and our ATP. So if you're diabetic and you are suffering from fatigue, a poor immune response like I'm going over here, and what I've heard from COVID patients who are suffering from diabetes, if you're also suffering from muscle wasting, depression, and you have even a high blood sugar on a really low carbohydrate diet, it could actually be linked to not getting enough of the vitamins, minerals, water, oxygen, and protein that our bodies need to convert our sugar into ATP and other molecules that require it. So I'm going to post in the description box the summary of my diabetes series, and that lists all the vitamins and minerals that I found that are critical for our body to use sugar correctly.